She doesn't check your phone. She doesn't interrogate you. She doesn't ask questions. Yet somehow, she already knows what you're about to do. And it scares you, because you never told her. This is not magic, it's pattern recognition. A woman's intuition is often misunderstood. People call it overthinking, sensitivity, but in psychology, it's something else entirely. Advanced emotional pattern recognition. Why women notice what men miss. Women are socialized early to read environments. Tone, energy, facial shifts, micro changes in behavior, not consciously, automatically. Intuition is not a feeling, it's data. Her brain is collecting information you don't realize you're giving. Slight changes in voice, delayed responses, altered routines, emotional distance, inconsistency in presence. Your words may lie, your patterns don't. Why she senses before you act. Decisions begin internally long before action. Withdrawal starts before silence. Interest fades before distance. Deception forms before behavior. She feels the shift at the emotional level before it reaches the surface. This is why you feel exposed around her, because she doesn't listen only to what you say. She listens to how you say it. When you don't say it, what your body does while you're speaking. Your nervous system reveals intentions before your mouth does. Why men underestimate this ability? Because logic is visible, intuition is silent. But silence doesn't mean absence. It means processing. Her intuition is built from experience, past disappointments, broken trust, emotional injuries. She learned to notice early so she wouldn't be hurt late. Intuition is survival refined into awareness. Why she often knows before you do. You rationalize, she observes. You justify internal conflict. She feels emotional inconsistency. By the time you decide, she's already adjusted emotionally. Important, pause. If a woman suddenly pulls back before you've done anything wrong, it's because something already changed inside you and she felt it. This is not control. It's self-protection. She's not trying to predict you. She's trying to protect her emotional safety. Intuition activates when security feels threatened. Why she feels uneasy without evidence. She can't explain it. There's no message, no proof, no clear reason. Yet something feels off. That feeling isn't paranoia. It's subconscious comparison. The brain is always comparing patterns. Her nervous system remembers how you spoke before, how you showed up before, how safe the connection felt. When something shifts, even slightly, the system alerts her. Intuition is the body noticing inconsistency. Your words may stay the same, but tone changes. Timing changes. Energy changes. Her body picks it up instantly. Why dishonesty is felt before it is proven. Lying creates internal tension. That tension leaks through micro-expressions, avoidance, over-explaining, emotional distance. She doesn't guess. She reads the leakage. Why she sometimes knows you're pulling away first. Because emotional withdrawal begins internally. Attention drifts. Desire cools. Presence weakens. You may not notice yet. She does. Why men say you're overthinking. Because intuition operates below language. You can't debate what isn't verbalized yet. So it's easier to dismiss it. But dismissal teaches her one thing. It's not safe to speak about what I feel. What happens when her intuition is ignored? She stops explaining. She starts observing silently. Trust shifts from shared communication to private emotional monitoring. That's where distance begins. Intuition is not accusation. When she asks, "Is something wrong?" she's not blaming you. She's giving you a chance to be honest before the gap widens. Why she watches more after denial. If you deny what she feels, her intuition sharpens. Not to catch you, but to protect herself. Important pause. If a woman feels she must prove her intuition, she's already feeling unsafe. Intuition grows where attachment exists. A woman doesn't read everyone this deeply. Her intuition becomes sharp only where she's emotionally invested. Love focuses attention. Attention sharpens perception. Why she notices you more than others. When she loves you, her nervous system syncs with yours. She learns your emotional rhythms, your patterns of closeness and distance, your moods before you speak. Not intentionally. Biologically, attachment creates sensitivity. Attachment is not weakness. It's attunement. Her system constantly asks, are we still safe? Are we still connected? Any emotional change activates awareness. Why she feels shifts before words change. Words come last. Before that, energy shifts. Emotional availability changes. Presence feels thinner. She feels the absence before you name it. Why love makes her quieter, not louder. When intuition signals danger, she doesn't explode. She watches. She collects information silently. Because reacting too early risks being wrong, and she values emotional truth. Why she trusts feeling over explanation. She's learned something painful. What feels wrong emotionally often proves right, logically later. So she listens inwardly first. This is why you can't hide intentions. Intentions change your behavior long before actions change outcomes. Even restraint has a signature. She feels hesitation, emotional withdrawal, guardedness. Before anything happens, why she sometimes pulls back first. Not to punish, to protect. Distance gives her clarity. Clarity confirms intuition. Important pause. If she suddenly becomes observant, less expressive, more still, her intuition is processing something real. Why men feel seen or uncomfortable? Because being understood feels like exposure. She reflects parts of you you haven't admitted yet. Intuition feels the shift before words change. You may think love fades gradually. She knows differently. Before arguments start, before silence begins, her intuition already signals withdrawal, the signs she feels first. Even if you are unaware, subtle distancing, delayed responses, distracted presence, less emotional energy. These small shifts trigger alarm signals in her nervous system. Why she sometimes acts before you notice. She doesn't pull away to punish. She pulls away to protect herself emotionally. She knows that if patterns continue, the pain of staying will outweigh the love she feels. The psychology of emotional preparation. Before leaving physically, she prepares mentally. She observes silently, measures your consistency, tests your attention and presence. This is self-preservation, not manipulation. How she reads your unseen emotions. Men often think emotions are visible in words or actions. She feels micro changes, hesitation in tone, energy shifts in your body, subtle changes in affection. Her intuition translates these signals into early warnings. Why love makes intuition fearful? Attachment amplifies perception. The deeper she cares, the more sensitive her internal radar becomes. She senses not only current actions, but the trajectory of your emotional availability. When intuition triggers preemptive distance, sometimes she stops sharing as much. Sometimes she pulls back slightly, not because she stopped loving you, but because she wants to avoid predictable disappointment. Important pause. If she becomes quieter, more observant, or reserved, she's already processing something critical. Ignoring it teaches her. This connection is unsafe to invest in openly. Intuition is her first line of defense. Before she reacts, before she says anything, her intuition warns her. Is this safe for me to invest in emotionally? She doesn't wait for proof. She feels it in advance. How she reads emotional energy. She watches. Micro changes in your voice. Slight hesitations in your behavior mind. Body language you don't notice. Emotional distance forming subtly. Even small shifts alert her nervous system. Why she sometimes pulls back without warning. It's not punishment. It's self-preservation. When signals indicate inconsistency or withdrawal, she slows down her investment. Because emotional energy is finite, she won't give it to someone who may inadvertently drain it. The psychology behind her choices. Observation. She gathers data silently. Processing. She predicts possible outcomes. Adjustment. She modulates closeness based on what she senses. This is not overthinking. This is emotional strategy rooted in survival and attachment science. Why she sometimes knows your intentions before you do. Your internal conflict, hesitation, and doubts leak through. Subtle tension, changes in eye contact, altered rhythm in your voice, unconscious shifts in behavior. Even if you haven't made a decision, she can feel the trajectory, how this strengthens or weakens love. If respected, trust deepens, emotional safety increases, intimacy grows. If ignored, she withdraws emotionally. Distance forms quietly. Connection begins to erode. Her intuition is an early warning system, not a weapon. Important pause. Men often feel uncomfortable around intuition because it reads them so accurately. The truth, it protects her, and indirectly, the relationship itself. Ignoring intuition is expensive. Her intuition is like a silent alarm. When ignored repeatedly, emotional distance grows, trust erodes, love begins to feel unsafe. It doesn't happen overnight. It starts small, unnoticed, then it compounds. The subtle signs she's withdrawing. She may talk less about feelings, stop sharing daily thoughts, become quieter in interactions, pause before responding. It's not anger, it's protection. Why men think everything is fine? Because she doesn't complain, because she smiles, laughs, and appears calm. But calm can hide growing detachment, and laughter can mask subtle disappointment. How intuition becomes a shield. When she feels unseen or misunderstood, she monitors your emotional energy closely, adjusts her effort to match yours, starts creating emotional space preemptively. Her intuition doesn't just detect issues, it prevents her from being hurt further. The moment she starts pulling away emotionally, this is critical. It's silent. It's slow. It's almost invisible. If you notice late, you might assume she suddenly lost interest. Truth, she already adjusted herself mentally, long before you realized it. Why she sometimes feels alone while with you. Even in the same room, her intuition may warn. He's not fully present. He's distracted. He's emotionally inconsistent. If ignored enough times, her love transforms into self-preservation. The psychological consequence. Ignoring her signals teaches her. Her emotional investment isn't safe. Communication doesn't matter. She must protect herself silently. This is how attachment becomes withdrawal. Without confrontation, without drama. Her intuition is a guide, not a threat. Ignoring it doesn't make love stronger. It makes her distance inevitable. If you've been ignoring her signals, it's not too late, but awareness must come first. Her intuition isn't a weapon. It's a map to emotional safety. Ignoring it creates distance. Respecting it rebuilds connection. Step 1. Notice without judgment. Before speaking, pause and observe. Is she quieter than usual? Does she hesitate before sharing? Are her expressions more measured than before? Acknowledging without accusing shows you see her. Step 2. Validate, don't debate. Her feelings are signals, not accusations. Instead of saying, "You're overreacting," say, "I see you're quiet. Can we talk about what you feel?" Validation strengthens trust instantly. Step 3. Be consistent, not perfect. Intuition notices patterns, not one-off moments. Show up emotionally every day. Maintain honesty, even in small things. Match words with actions. Consistency rebuilds the foundation she's watching closely. Step 4. Give space, but stay present. She may need silence to process. Don't chase. Don't panic. Stay available emotionally. Let her intuition detect your effort. Step 5. Reflect on your own behaviors. Ask yourself honestly, have I been emotionally present? Have I respected her signals? Have I assumed silence equals contentment? Self-awareness is crucial. Intuition works best when met with genuine effort. Why this works? Women's intuition is a protective mechanism. When met with awareness, distance decreases, trust grows, emotional connection deepens. You're not controlling her. You're co-creating a safe space for love to thrive. The grand finale truth. Her intuition isn't about guessing your next move. It's about reading the emotional truth of the relationship. If respected, it becomes a bridge, not a barrier. If ignored, it becomes a wall. Final reflection. If you see the signs early, respond with care, patience, and consistency. Love doesn't survive by chance. It survives by awareness.